Well, as you can see, this is the Viking, and it's got the head torn off again because it's got the head torn off. This is the head, and these are the screws that were holding it in place. And the reason it's got the head torn off is because I was sewing with it. I repaired some pants and I was doing some other stitching, and it suddenly started making a noise, so I kind of stopped and looked, and this brass bushing was flopping around in here, and I discovered that there's a plastic piece. This brass bushing is supposed to be inside that plastic holder, and that is the thing that runs the take-up for the thread when you stitch. I was trying to carefully insert it and maybe glue it back together, but it snapped out, so I have to get that piece out and then figure out if I can get a replacement. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to, because that piece is yeah, so you can see inside here, this rod moves with the take-up arm. That bushing slides on the rod, and that plastic piece is then connected to the head and pushes up and down on that. But obviously, without it in the right place, it doesn't pull that back down. So I'm gonna take these two screws out, because this take-up arm is also, it appears, a retainer for this piece here, and this is the bar with that slider on it. Now, I don't think, like, I'm gonna just need that to be loose and accessible. It's not gonna come out. In order to get that broken piece off of there, I will need to unclamp there's a flathead screw, there. Come on. It's hard to get my screwdriver seated in there. And I think that's the screw I need to remove, because it clamps this piece in place, and I don't actually want to take the whole head out, but maybe that piece doesn't want to come off either. Alright, I'm going to go back to trying to get this flathead out here. Once I can get that out, I'll have that part where I can get at it and figure out what to do. I shift the machine into low gear, and the drag from the motor will help hold all that in place. There we go. That big clamping screw is out, and that means that should be able to get yeah, I thought that was a big clamping screw. Alright, I'm gonna have to just take more of this off so I can see in there to figure out what's going on. So if we take the whole presser bar out, that'll let us see more of what's happening in there. Should slide out the top. Oh, all the grease in here is all waxed up and it's making it impossible to deal with. So, alright, I'm gonna go get the sewing machine oil so that it'll free that grease up on there, and then I'll be able to get the bar out, and I'll be able to take the these screws out and pull and get the presser foot out, and then the needle bar holder here I'll be able to flip down out of the way too, because I should be able to just pop these two screws out. but I gotta get some oil and then I'll see what's happening. Alright, so I was having trouble getting this screw out. I forgot that this is going to be a left-hand or anti-clockwise thread, because every machine, when it turns this, as it rotates, this thread has to be anti-clockwise so it will tighten when the machine runs instead of coming loose. That thread was in here, and this is the arm with the slide that snapped that holds this bushing. This part is available, and I'm getting a new one in the mail soon, so I'll be putting a new one of these on. You can get just this bushing that doesn't go on the arm, but I can't get this clip off, and the new bushing doesn't look exactly the same, and this full arm doesn't look precisely the same. So I'm just going to get this entire assembly with the bushing in place already. That way I won't get any surprises about the way this fits onto that arm if there were any modifications. So should have this back together in no time once I have that part. I also, once I knew the name of the part I was looking for, was able to find a YouTube channel with a video from an actual repair person doing a replacement on this. So I will link to that in the description now, so that if you want to watch a real sewing machine service guy do this job, you can, because I just poke around in these until I get them working, but he knows what he's doing and does a much better job of showing how to get this apart.